Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. How are you this morning? Sorry, I'm gonna share this don't got no value. Check that out. Y'all like my slide? That's my introduction slide. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. But good morning. How's everybody this morning? Welcome to the Chinese Rio. Feet that's been places, baby. Get it. Feet that's been places, baby. Get with it. I got some good old music for y'all this morning. Y'all know what I say. I always give y'all some good old music.
Being a small business owner, my main
my bad. I'm telling you, it's always got something to talk about. Let me see. Give y'all a song this morning. Give y'all a song this morning. Give y'all a song this morning. Yeah, no way. Wait a minute. See, this one I don't like about this stuff. Can't even play it. Hold on, wait a minute. Stop the screen. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm still learning. We still together. Still learning. Okay, good morning, David.
Get up.
It's another one of the songs of my YouTube channel. Go check it out. See, it's called Can Do Clan.
I don't do it for the ones around with me. I don't even do it for the sea. I don't do it for shares or likes. I don't do it for the fame or the hype. I do it for the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Yes, it's done. So be into all you finish. Nope, I just begun. I don't do it for the ones around with me. I don't even do it for my seed. I don't do it for shares or likes. I don't do it for the fame or the hype. I do it for the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Yes, it's done. So be into all you finish. Nope, I just begun.
I do it for nobody, but God Almighty, let's not pretend. Was a slave to sin, now preaching is a hobby. Jesus died so I could live. Why do it for the blind? When the black is his, let I testify. What he did was such a dog with a purple mind. Stealing money so I could shine. Never sold dose, but I did smoke and drink. Before the age of 15, a drama king, committed crimes, not facing time. You know why? He was on my side. He knew I was struggling till I got it right. Show me how gratitude for being merciful. I love my city from a distance, so that Bible is my idol. Jesus way, so I'm blessed. I won't stress, but continue. Late to my hustle, phones and raps. Can't stop that. Seeking him when I'm back or back. I do it for the Lord, not because I'm bored. Used to be bored, now I prosper. Got the power to redeem my slave. Clean like shade cream, my baby to see through anything. I mean anything. The joy it brings down on my team. Disciple of the highest. His love can't buy it. Faith, gotta try it. Thank you, Jesus. You have certified.
I don't do it for the ones around with me. I don't even do it for the seed. I don't do it for shares or likes. I don't do it for the fame or the hype. I do it for the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Yes, it's done. So be into all you finish. Nope, I just begun. I don't do it for the ones around with me. I don't even do it for my seed. I don't do it for shares or likes. I don't do it for the fame or the hype. I do it for the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Yes, it's done. So be into all you finish. Nope, I just begun. I do it for the shirt, the lights, the thing, the hype that can change your night. Hoping that brand that I say something right, that'll touch your soul and convert your life. I do it for my seed to come. Our bloodline will be done. I do it for the kingdom to come, knowing this war is already won. I do it for the enemy, disrespect, putting prayers all across his neck. Limitate weeping and well that you deal in. Watch out the apple coming through full of that. I do it to bring hope and peace to all those lost and bound in the street. What was commissioned and told to me? How Christ came and died to set man free. I do it for the price it bring. I do it for the king he reigns supreme. I do it cause he opened my eyes. He showed me the calamity of man and pride. If we don't repent and lay our lust aside, our soul gon' die. I do it for the generation like a knowledge. I'm influenced by the six tons of life. I do it cause the apple feel a certain way. When we see how man did with straight. I do it by this walk through the certain hate. I do it with the Christ woman and faith. I do it cause his word is true. I do it cause he lived in proof. I do it cause he worked the news. It's up to you now. What you gonna do? I don't do it for the ones that ride with me. I don't even do it for the seat. I don't do it for shares or likes. I don't do it for the fame or the hype. I do it for the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Yes, it's done. So the enter or you finish. Nope, I just begun. I don't do it for the ones that ride with me. I don't even do it for my seat. I don't do it for shares or likes. I don't do it for the fame or the hype. I do it for the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Yes, it's done. So the enter or you finish. Nope, I just begun.
K-Dub. 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 K-Dub.
How y'all like that? How y'all like that? Let me go back to showing y'all because I'll be playing some more stuff. Let me go back to no, stop. I'm gonna figure this out. Wait a minute, I gotta stop playing that. That's another song, y'all. That's another song. That's another song. My bad. I had to get that up. I had to get that up off of her. What's up with it this morning? So we gonna dive right on in. I had to do a part 2 of this, y'all, because after I got off last week, the division was going so deep. I was steady talking about more division and more division and more division. I had to keep going on and on about it. I'm sorry, give me a second. But we're going to jump right in to a divided society is a dying society. It's dying. I want to know what's y'all inputs on it. Y'all feel like the society dying? Or do you feel like it's still thriving? Do you feel like it's still thriving? Because I feel like it's dying every day, daily. This is a dying situation. And I'm stressing this because, hold on, I'm sorry. What happened? Oh, yeah. I guess you see, you ain't gonna have it like today. But we're gonna dive right into a divided society. It's a dying society. And yet it's dying every day. And when I got off last week, I just was still talking about the division. So I said, I'm gonna put a part 2. And on today, I want you to know that this is not a pick sides. Well, I guess in some cases it is, but we're not gonna live a life of picking sides. We're gonna live a life of what is right, what is true. And in division, it causes a dying society because it causes people to fight. It causes people to debate, argue, get angry, mad, upset with each other, which ultimately that's what causes wars, and it causes for power struggles, and it causes all kind of things. But the fact of the matter is division is dividing and conquering in most cases, especially in this United States that we live in, that is not united. And every time I turn around, I see division. That's it. Division. And I want everyone to understand that there is power in unity. There's power in numbers. In numbers, people that stand together are more likely to conquer and overcome and get the job done and get things done. So we're going to dive in to talking about some more things that is divided that was not so brought up on last week. And one of the things I want to talk about too is uh, religion. Religion is divided. It's divided, which causes people to have wars and arguments and debates and all of those things. And in religion, you see division just within the same. A lot of the times in the same, and it could be the same religion. There is division. There is division in religion. I had a paper, and I'm steady keep trying to look for it, but I seen and I can't find my paper. I should have been ready. I should have been ready, shouldn't I? I should have been. I should have been ready, shouldn't I? I should. But and I want to talk about what is the point of division and why things are stressed so much with a society that pumps division. Now, last week we talked about uh, division down to clothes, attire. You know what I'm saying? So many different things. But we stay in a society of divided. I'm sorry, I just can't find what I had. I don't know what it said. I gotta put it in bed. Yes, I did. We talked about men and women being divided, just even within households. A division everywhere. And what is the point of division? What is the point of division? That's what I want to know. What is the point of division? What do division actually obtain? In most cases, it obtains nothing. It obtains nothing. I just. Oh, man. I just. I just. We talked about division too with the Willie Lynch. How that caused a whole lot of division amongst a nation, just a nation of people. Just a nation of people, how it caused division. How it caused people to be divided and for people to just how it caused people to be divided. I'm sorry. I still ain't got it down pack yet, though. Let me see. This is a really, really, really. And division is like a disease too. And subconsciously, what we do is we teach our children division. And it causes nations to stand divided and people to stand divided and all of these type of things. It does. I'm sorry. I thought I had this down pat, but I guess I didn't. But I would like to talk about division in religion too. I thought about this and I'm like, why is it so many division just within the belief of Christianity, what they call it in the Bible? You have Baptists and you have Pentecostal and you have Seventh-day Adventists and you have uh, Jehovah Witnesses and then you have, but the problem is this is just supposed to be a church. Just a church. This is one book, but yet it is division within this one book. Just in the belief systems, and a lot of division comes down to belief, what people believe and how they believe. And I find it strange because it's just like the book say the same thing, but yet you have so many different beliefs and ideology and theories about this one book. And it's just like, why? Because people have different belief systems. They have different belief systems in everything that they do, which ultimately causes division. And it's just like, why though? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is up there, but there's a lot of there's somebody up there doing something. There are people up there doing something, but it's just like, why? And how did all these divisions, how did all these different ideologies and religions come about? And when you get down to a lot of it, it just all boils down to a belief system. What people believe. What people believe. I'm sorry. What people believe and how they believe and why they believe. Another division that we got also too within this world. I'm talking about the psychological things that has been put in place so subtly, but yet it causes division, or it causes one to think that they're greater or better than the other, or they give uh make one to feel more inadequate while making another feel inadequate. Division can be put in place for so many reasons. We have it in religions. Now you have religion, you have all these people. Now this is one book. Now this is what kills me. This is one book, but yet you have so many different beliefs behind this one book though. You have Pentecostal and you have Apostolic and you have Latter-day Saints. The Latter-day Saints. And it's like where the division comes about is because somewhere along the line people couldn't come to an agreement. So there was a break off and it was like, oh well, you're gonna believe how you believe and you're gonna believe how you believe and we're gonna believe how we believe. But then we have another division going on in the world, because I'm telling you, I was thinking of so many things and it's coming back to me now, just thinking about it, even down to our school systems. Even down to education, there is division. And this is a known fact that there are division just because of the different things that they put into the school system. They put different things into the school system depending on the zoning area or the community or the people that stay in it. Like the division runs so deep, and it's just like, but why though? And I know this to be a known fact for real, and it is the truth because I've seen it firsthand for myself. Now, you got division just within the school system and our educational system. I've seen it to where more areas that we are called that or communities where the educational system is not all that high, versus you can go to another community or another school district, and you'll see that school district and it just be like the things that are being implemented in that school district versus the school district that's over here. It is way different, and to me that's a form of division, like purposely done, a form of division where you're implementing certain things into this one district of school that is helping these children, that is giving these children the best education, or a certain kind of education, versus this school district over here. I mean, now, personally, me, myself, I know it to be true and I've seen it, and it is things that make you go, you know, why though? Why is there red line and why is there blue line? And these things you can go research and search and look for yourself to see if it's if I'm lying. They got red lining and blue lining. Now, what is that about? I want you to tell me, what is that about? What is red lining and blue lining for? Where you're zoning certain areas, and certain areas that is a more of poverty or more downtrodden area versus this area over here. You know, they cause division even within our society of we can get down to the basics of even rent, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? How they will skyrocket the rent in a certain area, especially if this is an area that they want to bring up or they want to build up. We're going to say the word build up. They will make the rent so high to where a certain class of people can't reach it, because their whole point of targeting is they want to bring a certain group of people into it, and make a certain group of people who are middle class or more lower class or what they would call poor people to not be able to reach it, because they want to bring a certain class in it. And they've done it all throughout time. And it's just like, why? It's just like, you know, why are you? And these things are done with an intent to build a certain look of a certain feel and to make it unobtainable for another class of people, which in the end ultimately brings division. They doing it everywhere that you turn around and you look. There is division, even down in the simplest things. There is division. A friend once told me, right, and it was something that I had to really pay attention to, and I had to really look into. Like, okay, let's see, is there truth to this? And she told me that, you know, she goes out into the county and she shops because they have a better quality of food and their prices is cheaper. And I'm like, okay, you know me, whatever. Ain't really tripping off of it. So, you know, over time, you know, depending on where I was at, and I may need to go get some items from the store or whatever. If I was in the county, I would stop by the stores out there. And sure enough, as I start paying attention to it, there was a true fact that you may find certain things out in an area that you may not find in this area. And not only that, the prices were cheaper. They were way cheaper. And it's just like, why? Ain't this the same food? Ain't this the same food? Why is it cheaper? Now somebody help me out and telling me, why is that? Why is that? And to me, that still all boils down to a division, and it boils down to a community of people. And they're doing it for a particular reason, a certain reason, but it's all to bring division. Or in most cases, division brings that one quality of people is better than another quality of people. We're going to charge them more, we're going to charge them less. But it's like, why? These are the same stores. These stores have the same name. I witnessed it. So why is it that your food is way cheaper or of a better quality, or you have things out here that we don't have down here? Now, why is that? And the pricing, why is that? But these are the same stores, same companies, all of these things. But why is that? Why is that in another region of an area, the prices of the food is diminished. I don't care if it's by 25 cents, 50 cents versus to the prices of the food in another community where the prices are raised up. I mean, and these are things that they do and that they put in place intentionally. They put it in place intentionally. There's a reason behind it. It's a reason behind the school systems, the educational system. And a lot of this stuff is done to basically edify another group of people and versus another group of people, or to give better to another group of people versus another group of people, especially down to the educational system. It's like these are just children. You're teaching them, right? All of them should know the same thing, right? Across the board. But it's a proven fact that that is not the same thing across the board. It's a proven fact. I personally know this because I've had my children in a particular community school system, and it wasn't so well. It was really like horrible. You know what I'm saying? And then I moved to another area, and my children went to another school system. And I saw a major difference in the school system, the things that they offered these children versus the school system that my children had came out of. You know what I'm saying? Offering financial classes, wood workshops, to where these kids could graduate and they could have a trade behind them when they graduated high school. They didn't have to go to a trade school. It was in the school system. They can graduate with woodworking trade. They could have graduated with a mechanical trade. They could have graduated. I forgot what the other one was, but they could have graduated with these already up under their belt straight up out of high school. Now, the school system that my children came up out of, they offered none of these things. Matter of fact, the bare minimum. And it's just like, why? Now, in most cases, the school system is ran by the government. In most cases, unless it's like private schooling, unless it's like private schooling, right? Or someone on these schooling. But in most cases, it's ran by the government. And it's just like, why is the government not offering these same things across the board? Now, if I ain't tripping, then my question to the government would be is why is it that you don't offer these same programs in every school across the board? You know, and they'll say funding and all of that, but ain't you in control of funding? Now, I don't know. Y'all can help me out on this. Ain't you in control of funding, of being held accountable of how the money is delegated to what areas of schools, programs, areas, and all of this? And why is it that you go to extreme measures to make sure that another school has certain programs versus another school not having certain programs in their schooling? And I say all of this to say that these are things that make me go, and food for thought things to just make me be like, well, why is this? And it's not just in the state that I stay in. I mean, this is across America, period. America, period. This is across America. You can go to a lot of different places. And depending on the regions, the areas, even the culture of people is depending on what the educational system would look like. And this is a proven fact. This is not just me pulling something out of thin air. This is a proven fact. And it's like, why? Now, if this is a Caucasian neighborhood, in a lot of cases, they have really good schooling. I had a cousin when she was younger. She went to a school district. It was further out, about 40 minutes away from where she stayed at, out in Eureka. And out there, the schooling and the things that they offer was so grand and so well versus the school that I went to in the city, because this was in the county, in the city. The things that they offered, it wasn't up to depart to the things that was being offered in the county school. I mean, and this is just not one schooling or two schooling. This is just county versus city. These are the things that you see. And you see so much division, even down to the things that are being implemented in the community versus the things that are not being implemented in another community. I mean, and it just goes all around. I just pulled out a few things: food, the educational system. I mean, you see these things going on abroad. And my question is, why? Why? Why are these things implemented? Why can't it just be a solid school district across the board versus whether county, city, just period, everywhere the school system is solid? Why is that? Why would people go to extreme measures to divide themselves in speech, in actions, in deeds, in the things that they're implementing? Why would they go to extreme measures to cause division amongst people? Now, these are just food for thought questions. This is just some stuff that make you go, And I'm saying we stay in a country where they say, with liberty and justice for all. But when you really get to paying attention and looking at it, you find out that they're lying all across the board. And everywhere you turn around, there is division. Division in social status. You know, they cause division in that. You have the haves and the have-nots. And the way of how they go to extreme measures to make sure that division is put in place or to make a people feel divided. But this is a united place that we stand in, right? But yet it's division everywhere you turn around. You know, just like Tyler Perry came out with that show, The Haves and the Have-Nots. Like, that stuff have truth to it. And when you really look into the haves and the have-nots, what's causing the haves and the have-nots is really has to do with a way of thinking, a way of speaking, a way of acting, and a way of doing things and implementing things. That's what causes the division across the board. And it's like, why? That your taxes cause division. Your constitution causes division. Every time you turn around, everything, your laws, even the laws that are put in place, seriously, like for real, not being funny. Like, these people have implemented laws in place, even when it comes down to financial laws. A lot of the tax laws and things of that nature is to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. Go look back and really find out how taxes was put in place. Taxes was really initially started, and I wish I would have put a video up for that, so you don't have to believe my word for it. Taxes was originally started because it was really where it's supposed to be the rich to help to pay taxes for the poor, right? But they reversed that thing real quick, and they start putting laws in place to where it was everybody paying taxes, right? Even the poor, right? We don't care. We really don't care. And as time went on, the laws that they was putting in place, even down to the taxes, is really for the rich to pay as least amount of taxes as possible. But the poor, the people that really don't have it, they pay more taxes than the rich, because the laws were really put in place. And it was a thing of division to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. Now, my thing is, okay, I'm not saying that nobody got a problem paying taxes or whatever. That's a whole nother story. But the thing is, why is it that the taxes just couldn't be solid all the way across? Why couldn't the taxes be solid all the way across? Why is it that you make taxes and the way you make your taxes, when you really get into it and you really get to paying attention, the rich pay the least taxes while the poor people pay the most taxes? And all of those laws was put in place to cause division. And ultimately it causes a dying society, because the poor people, they keep them in a place of staying poor. But if taxes was just put in place that everybody should pay taxes to help take care of our streets, roads, they got so many reasons why they need you to pay taxes. Why is it that we can't just find a common ground where everybody pay the same amount of taxes. And some may say, oh, well, you know, this certain group of people, they should pay more taxes because they make more money. But when you really get into it, look into it, the rich don't pay. They the ones that should be paying more taxes. And they don't. They got so many laws put in place to keep them rich. And ultimately, it causes division. Then it causes strife. Then it causes war. And then that's where you got everybody standing up at the Congress office and everybody's pleading their part of why this should be and why this shouldn't be, or pleading or crying or marching. And that's where all those things come in at. You have a society of law enforcement. Look at the law enforcement. This is a proven fact. A proven fact. We can pull up video after video, you know, things after things where it has been shown that there is even a division in the way of thinking and even handling society, even down to law enforcement. When it comes to a certain culture of people, you handle them with more aggression or like they're more of a threat than you do with another culture of people. And I've seen videos at the videos and videos at the videos where the very people that you are told to handle with this aggression don't even be a threat to you on a lot of cases. But you would kill them and hunt them down and do all of these things. And this is not to raise a standard of, we're going to talk about fight over this. No, this is facts. What I'm saying, it is facts. Then I've seen videos where a law enforcement handle another culture of people with a more delicate hand. And I've seen this culture of people blow law enforcement right up out of their body and kill them. All because it was division up here. Oh, we're going to be more patient with them. While John, he got a gun in his hand. And you stay saying, put the gun down. Put the gun down. But then you got another culture of people to where they didn't pose a threat. I mean, I'm not saying that they may have been ruly, but for the way that they were handled by law enforcement, it wasn't warranted for them to do that. But yet they kill them and beat them and all kind of crazy things happen. But this is division right in law enforcement. It's division, and these things, it have been came out and they have been proven time after time after time. Where these things have been implemented from higher ups and come down this chain of commands to where you handle these people like this and you do these other culture of people like this. But we're talking about a place that said it's united, but they lie on every hand, and there is no being united. It is division. That's it. It's just solely division. And you see it in everything. You see it in every way. And they turn around and to me, it's like, you know, they throw rocks and then try to hide their hand. And the things that they just implement, this whole country of the United States of America is just solely about division. Their laws are divided. Their house is divided. The White House is divided. You got Democrats, you got Republicans and communists and all these other kind of things. But it's just a whole lot of division. Their laws are divided. The laws are put in place to cause division. Their school system is divided. The communities is divided. You got red lining and blue lining. You know what I'm saying? It's so much information and things that are put out that shows that these people have been about division from the very beginning. That's where projects came from. They did experiments on people. Now, why is that? Everything that they do, when you really get down to it and you really pay attention to it, it is all about division, and nothing is united about this country.
United States.
So let them stop lying to you and let you learn on the day and do your own research. You ain't got to just say what I'm saying for it. But just understand that a divided Society is a dying society. And a lot of times people get caught up in sides and picking sides and all of these things right here. And my thing is really pay attention to what is going on and what is happening and what is being instituted and put in place to cause a people or peoples to be divided. But then on the home front, saying that we're a great country and we united and we're going to stand and we're going to overcome this. No, it wasn't just division 5 seconds ago when you was putting that law in place. It wasn't division 5 seconds ago when you did a whole lot of things that you did that solely you did it with the intent of experiment, causing division to make one group of people feel more
I'm sorry.
This lady, she don't want to get on the screen, but she want to come down
It'd be on the side.
and be on the sideboard. But they cause division in everything that they do. They cause division. So I'm just challenging you on today to, instead of being so quick to jump on sides and be with all of that, how about you start questioning the intention of the things that are coming from higher up places coming down that are being instituted into this world, and start questioning instead of being so quick to be, oh, I'm a this and I'm a that, and they're so right. And really research, really pay attention, really just quit jumping on the bandwagon and being so pro this, and you really don't understand what you're being proactive for. Because everything and a lot of things that the higher up and governments do, it is to cause division. When you really look behind the schematics of what they're doing, their laws, their taxes, their educational system, their communities, the food, the clothes, the shoes, everything, social status, everything that they do is about division, to cause people to be divided. Because where there is division is, you better understand that conquering is coming. They're trying to conquer something. That's what the division comes to do. And when a nation stand or a people stand divided, for real, what we need to be divided against is the government. Who?
I'm just saying, don't say
Huh.
Government say.
They're a small body of people. We the majority. See, I come to speak the truth. I don't care. I don't care who like it, who don't like it. The government is a small body of people.
They have been giving way too much power.
But yet they got a whole lot of power. And the people are bigger than the government, but yet they the ones that is ruling, overturning, overthrowing, plotting, planning, and scheming all at the same time.
For whatever reason.
It ain't no just no for whatever reason. They have an agenda.
That's whatever reason.
Yeah, they have an agenda. They have a plan. They don't do these things for no reason. And a lot of times it's basically to cause division in the people. Because if nothing else is understood, where there is unity, there is power. And there is power in numbers. So, you know what? To keep that power at a minimum, we going to break them down. Because if they get too much power, they can overthrow us. Because the truth of the matter is that the people is the one that put them in those positions in a lot of cases. Except for when we get to the presidential, because even in the presidential, in voting, there is still division in that. How do you have a popular vote in the electoral college? And the electoral college is a smaller number of people than the popular vote, which is the people, the world. But for real, your vote don't mean anything.
The electoral votes was to take the power away from the people.
Yeah. Who y'all? I'm telling you. I'm trying to talk and then my mama over talking, but she don't want to get on the screen. But nevertheless, though, even in that, they know what they're doing. Because if it really went by the popular vote, which was the people who the president talking about he want to rule over and be a leader over, there's too much power for the people. So we're going to call these certain group of people over here the electoral college. And even look at that, even in our vote, just as well as the government is a small body of people and the people are a bigger body than the government, they have a small body of people, which is the electoral college, to overthrow the bigger body of people. Because you know what? We got to divide and we got to conquer. Everything that they do is about division. It's never about unity, as they're lying constitute. What is that thing? Pledge allegiance and all of that to a flag of a united state. And it's not united. The states ain't united, the people ain't united, and they causing division on every hand. What you say, Mama? Nothing they do is united. So I challenge y'all to start thinking, to start questioning. Don't be so quick to just jump on the bandwagon, because it may tickle your fancy or suit your situation, or it may make you feel as if though, you know, because it's not going against you or your status or where you're at, you're so forward. Because at the end of the day, it's cause of division. And because of the great dividing that the society have, it's a dying society. It's falling apart. It's coming to ruins. Every day, daily, it's coming to ruins. And do you ever just sit back and just question things before you be so quick to jump on a bandwagon of something? Do you ever take the time to just think and really try to scrutinize the situation, to look beyond the surface of things, to see what this is really going, or to see what the agenda really is, or to see what the point really is, or why is this being instituted? And in most cases, the society, because they're so quick to jump on things and just roll with the flow and so hoorah, and yeah, this, about time people really realize it be well into motion, it be well into plan, deep into the process of going forth of what it was intended to do before they really realize what's going on. And this is the people. And then you got a certain group of people that just really don't even care, because you know why? It's benefiting me. No matter who else it may be destroying, or who else it may be walking over or backdooring, or another group of people, it doesn't even matter, because it's benefiting me. And you don't have a problem until it's something that is being put in place that's going against you, or it's no longer benefiting you. And it shouldn't be like that. That shouldn't be the way in which people are operating. But nevertheless, it is on a daily basis. And it's like, oh, it's no problem until it hits home for a lot of people. And then it's like, oh, no, we finna take a stand. We got a problem with this. But that shouldn't be. If people just really scrutinize things and quit being so eager to just jump on something because it sounds good, because a lot of times the things that are being implemented into society, in most cases, you have them front men that's standing on the front and they making it sound good. But when you really get to going into the studying and looking into the legislation of laws that's being rolled up, and you really take time to read them pages, you'll find out that it's a whole lot of mistakes going on, and you'll find out what the real agenda is, and how this is not really going to help in the end game. Is going to really destroy some people. So I leave you with that food for thought.
We the people. It says everything. All the bull crap. That's just the beginning of it.
Now I'm gonna read the beginning of the preamble because my mom came with it, but it's good to read, because this is what they have you pledging and standing at the beginning.
But that was for the government. because that was to try to keep them honest because they was giving
Right.
them so much power.
Right.
It wasn't for the people, it was for the government.
Oh, okay.
For
I'm
the
sorry.
people.
It was for the government, for the people. Now, this was to keep the government honest. But you know what? Who doing a checkup on the government?
You know,
I know, for real. Now, that's a
who
good
police
question.
the police?
Uh-huh.
It's like who police the
Yeah,
police?
it is. It's like who policed the police. That's a good one right there. And when you find out about it, it ain't, I don't know what that is, mom. Ain't nobody policing them. And these people just doing what they want to do.
Officer, move it up. You should still see it.
These people just doing a lot of what they want to do for real. Ain't nobody policing the police. And they claim whoever that is that's claiming that they police all the internal revenue. Is that, I mean, not the internal revenue. What's them people called? What is that called?
Internal affairs.
The police. They're supposed to be policing. But it's a lot of things going on in there. And then when you get down to they protect themselves. Baby, it's only going so far. It's only going so far with the policing of the policing. Who policing the government? Let's talk about that.
I don't even know who does that.
I don't either. And if you know, let me know. Because they just doing a whole lot of what they want to do. And they've been doing it for a long time. This didn't just happen. And that's why the condition of this world is the condition of this United States of America is in the condition that it is. If we really get into their records, they doing a whole lot of dirty deeds. A whole lot of dirty deeds. That's exactly what they doing. Okay, Mama, you got it, because I'm almost I'm finna hand this. Now, this is the preamble of part of the preamble for the government. This is for them this is part of what they had to do to keep them honest and all that. But so,
where is it happening?
and they didn't got so far away from honesty. It's ridiculous. It say, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. Listen to that word. A more perfect union. Now we talking about division on today. And I brought up many cases, and this is, I'm not gonna do a part 3 to this, but this is just some of the things that and some of the things in the ways that they've caused division. This comes from on high and comes down, that they caused division. But they said, we the people of United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. You know what tranquility is? That's peace.
And domestic. That's us. We domestic.
Yeah. Us people in peace. But let's get down to how they keeping us in peace by keeping us in a divided state. Because they understand if these people come together and they really pay attention to what we doing, man, it's gonna be hell to tell the captain. They're gonna tear us apart.
That's why they use so many distractions.
Yes, they do. It say to establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense. Now, we were just talking about the police, the law enforcement. Ain't no common defense. When you see it clearly that they treat one culture of people in a different manner than they treat another culture of people. Promote. So what's common about that? Come on, don't play with me, because I pull up video after video after video. Well, their own law enforcement been shot down because these one people who y'all say to treat with a more delicate hand had guns and all kind of stuff, and you still talking about put it down, stop it, just don't till they blew you away. And then you got another culture of people who didn't have nothing or no kind of threat to you, and yet you shot them down or choked them or did just the foolishness. Man, stop playing. We're gonna stop playing, okay? Because we talking about the United States, what these people claim that they stand for. It say promote the general welfare No, they don't promote nobody's where they don't promote the general welfare. Let's talk about, I was just talking about the educational system. Why is educational not, why are you not offering the same opportunities across the board?
For every kid.
For every child, for every school district. And I know this to be true because I took my children out of one school system that was, it was really sad, and put them in another school system. And the things that they were offering these kids was, it blew my mind. These kids could graduate with trades under their belt in mechanic, in wood shop working. Come on, in financial. Come on, it was mandatory these kids had financial classes. Come on, this went off into, stop playing. Ain't no general welfare. But these are the things. This ain't about no black and white thing, but it boils down to a whole lot of black and white and different cultures, that the things that they institute and they do. But this is not to target that. Let's look at why are these things implemented and put in place. Because the school system is ran by the government, unless it's a private schooling in most cases, but it's ran by the government. And I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. You delegate the money. You put the money in certain resource. And why is it that you put more money into another area than you do another? But we're going to keep going because it's almost time for me to get off. But I'm just saying, these things that make you go, think on it. It say promote the general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty, freedom. Where's freedom? Where's freedom? Where's freedom? When it's division on every hand. That alone causes psychological bondage. Ain't no liberty in that. To ourselves and our posterity. Posterity, you know what posterity is? That speaks of like a lineage, it has to do with the condition of a people that you are connected to. You seen the work that they've done on that, right? It say, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. This Constitution. Now, we can talk about the Constitution. Go looking into the Constitution. Where you got up in the Constitution that a certain culture of people, group of people, ain't even considered fully human. Man, stop playing with me. But I'm finna get up off of this. I'm telling you, everything that these higher ups send down, it is all about division. Division. Everywhere you look, and if you really pay attention, it's really about division. It's about division. They put more what you call those alcohol stores. What is those stores called? Liquor stores, I'm sorry. And a certain community of people than you will ever see them in another community of people. Now, why is these things allowed?
Same thing they did to the Indians. They turned them into alcohol.
Man, I'm telling you, these people have an agenda. And all I'm telling you is that don't sit on the sideline and be shaking your head in agreement because it may not be touching you right now.
But you're going to become a casualty of war.
But on the other hand, it's affecting another group of people and you don't take a stand until it comes knocking at your front door. It shouldn't be like that. We the people need the police. We the people need to police the government ourselves and question everything that they're doing. Because what they are doing is all done with an intent. It's all done with the purpose. And it's all done with a scheme and a plan to cause a dying society. So I'm finna get up off of here. Tune in next week. Tune in. And get some of this. The journey's real. Feet that's been places. What about yours? I be want to hear from y'all. But until the next time, salute to the Messiah. But y'all already knew this.